Although several engines have been around for a while, it is becoming increasingly clear that there are more efficient ways to provide the necessary power to transport our cars from point A to point B. Toyota believes that hydrogen power is the way to go and that its new engines will render electric vehicles obsolete. It's time to examine the development of Toyota's engines in more detail and discover some other factors that contribute to Toyota's position as a market leader. How does Toyota achieve this? Can Toyota's hydrogen-powered internal combustion engine replace electric vehicles? Let's find out. Doing a multifaceted strategy to being carbon neutral, and the Japanese automaker may find success with it. Toyota has been a pioneer in hybrid and plug-in hybrid automobiles since it introduced the groundbreaking Prius in 1997. These vehicles paved the way for the present electric vehicle boom. Despite its heritage, the Japanese company has been reluctant to embrace the all-electric trend head-on. The controversy surrounding Toyota's opposition to the switch to 100 electric is rather thought-provoking. The ban on gas-powered cars by 2035 has already been authorized by legislators in California, Australia, Canada, the European Union, and Australia. Automotive makers are under intense pressure to switch from gas to electric automobiles as efforts to reduce carbon emissions escalate. Toyota, meanwhile, publicly showed its disobedience by declining to ratify the COP26 agreement, which calls for the use of electric vehicles only by 2040. The corporation has purposefully dragged its feet on the issue, arguing that the rush to fully electric vehicles has left many important considerations out. Akio Toyoda, the former CEO of Toyota, received a lot of flack for taking an unpopular position. Jaguar, a British luxury automaker, said publicly that it would go entirely electric by 2025, back in February 2022. Cadillac and Volvo have also stated that they will only sell electric vehicles after 2030. Toyota is in the news for appearing uninterested in a market where many rivals, including Honda, Ford, Mercedes, Volkswagen, and General Motors, intend to phase out gasoline-powered vehicles in favor of electric vehicles. Toyota has a reputation for being among the first to adopt new technologies, so taking this path surprised us. However, all of it is now hidden from the public because electric vehicles only make up approximately 1% of the global auto fleet. If the number of electric vehicles rises, reality will begin to set in slowly. The biggest issue to deal with when electric vehicles flood the market will be the demand for electricity. To meet the load demand that electric vehicles will provide by 2030, the United States needs to expand power output by 40%. In other words, the current electricity supply chain needs to receive investments totaling around $100 billion. Even if some regions of Europe and Asia currently have sophisticated grids, as a result of increased electric vehicle customer demand, it would still be far from enough if every car owner switched to electric. Akio Toyoda has voiced reservations regarding electric cars, focusing instead on the necessity of hydrogen-powered technology in vehicles. Akio Toyoda predicts that this new engine will destroy the entire EV market. Aside from the limited range of electric cars, he has also expressed concern over the environmental effects of battery production and disposal, as well as the lack of infrastructure for charging. Indeed, Toyota's arguments make a lot of sense. First, there is not enough power to support electric vehicles. Second, fossil fuels are the main source of electricity in the world. Therefore, increasing the number of electric vehicles won't decrease emissions. Rather, it will just change their source. His detractors may all be mistaken based on Akio Toyoda's assertion that carbon, not combustion engines, is the enemy. From broad views, it appears that electric vehicle adoption is not uniform worldwide. While certain markets like those in Europe and China move more quickly than others, the United States is a laggard. Then there are markets that are far behind with little to no EV infrastructure, like Africa. This disparity suggests that the globe is not yet prepared to forward the all-electric vehicles objective collectively. Toyota believes that switching to all-electric vehicles will leave a sizable number of its consumers completely in the dark. In 2021, Toyota sold more than 10.5 million units in more than 200 nations, making it the car maker with the greatest global market penetration. Electric vehicles are also highly pricey. Electric vehicles are currently somewhat less expensive because of government subsidies intended to encourage people to purchase them. It's unclear how long governments will maintain these incentives, particularly once mass production starts. Without financial incentives, many buyers would not be eager to spend a fortune on an electric vehicle. The corporation thinks that switching to a mixed engine is more practical than going entirely electric. They refer to it as a balanced approach, suggesting hybrid vehicles. Toyota is actively pursuing the development of hydrogen-powered vehicles because of this. Toyota's hydrogen strategy, the promotion of hydrogen-powered vehicles as a zero-emission substitute for gasoline and diesel-powered autos, is now being done by internal combustion engines, ICE. The business is developing a new internal combustion engine that burns hydrogen and might destroy the electric vehicles market. Lithium-ion batteries power electric vehicles. It is clear from the name alone that lithium is a key component used in the creation of the batteries. Lithium, regrettably, is not one of those naturally occurring metals in great abundance. Instead of producing larger batteries for electric-only vehicles, they advise producing smaller batteries for hybrid automobiles. One way that this plan will handle the lithium shortage is by using more batteries with limited lithium. Hybrid automobiles, on the other hand, will emit fewer emissions than conventional cars. How the world will function after only electric vehicles are on the roads has not yet been determined, but Toyota clarifies what to anticipate. Going all electric will put a burden on the world's metal resources used to create batteries. In addition to lithium, there will be an increase in demand for nickel and manganese, two additional essential metals used in the production of batteries. The cost of batteries may be affected, which may therefore have an impact on the price of cars. Toyota believes that relying on government incentives, which may end at any time, is highly dangerous. Only a small portion of new cars sold are all electric, leaving room for alternative types of vehicles to enter the market. Let's introduce the Corolla Cross H2 concept.